Hey y'all, I am at the Ocean Grove Cemetery in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina today. I've never been in this one before. I didn't even know it was here, but I am here to check it out, see if we can find any interesting graves. This cemetery was established in 1883, so not super old for the area, but I thought maybe we could find some good stuff. What do we have here? Over here in the corner. This is the only one in this plot. It's probably not true. There probably were others that fell down. We got Pinckney R. Todd. I don't see a date. Might be worn off. It's an older one for sure. It's also from the houses over here. Seems to be an older part of Mount Pleasant. I don't know Mount Pleasant very well. The Trader Joe's is over here, so I know how to get there and back, but that's about it. And I see this last name, Simmons, over here. That's interesting. I turned down Simmons Street to get here, so I wonder if there's any connection. From what I was reading online, not a ton of information about this place, but I guess half of it is Ocean Grove Cemetery, and there's another half that's owned by a church nearby. I don't see a church, but I'm sure it's over here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So that's an older one for sure. 1808? No. 1908 could be. Little baby. Another one. I know it seems in my videos I focus on a lot of old baby graves. This one's 1911, but they really stand out in the older graves because they have that whole, stick my finger in there, area blocked out in stone. I don't see that as much with more modern infant graves, and I wonder why that is. Maybe it's a space issue. Vernon Dupree, 1911 to 1912. This person, okay, there is another name on there. I thought it was just the one name with no date of death, but it's two. His wife, still kicking. These are really worn. Well, now these are adult ones that are blocked out. I really wish they all did that. It just makes it more grave-like for some reason. There are these stones over here that a growing tree has made lean a bit. They are, or at least this one is. Looks like this one used to be tall. I wonder if that's the top of it right there. I bet that's the top. 1907. Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit. these ones. Now these stones right here are very 60s, 70s looking stones. 72. This one's 35, but these seem to be prevalent in like the 50s through the 70s. That exact shape. This one over here has a story on it. Here come my allergies. Oh wow, look at this one. It broke, but they kept it. Catherine Flynn, beloved wife of, a name I can't read, 1839 to 1907. Let's see what we have here. I parked really weird. I hope I'm not in the way of anything. Not really any parking lot here. Charles Edward Dutart, 1908. Oh, it's not a story, it's just several people. I can't imagine they're all in this plot. Or maybe they are. And the stones were damaged, so they just made this one big one. Keeps going. They squeezed in some names at the bottom. My filthy Sperry's there. Look at the last name, Pepper. That's cool. I have to assume all these people were related, even though there are different last names. All different dates of death, from the early 1900s to 1963, and then down here we have 2005. So perhaps they are cremated and their urns are in there, but I don't think I've seen that many names on one stone before. That's interesting. Well, this is, they've got a whole cement area. Cement. Yeah, that's the church. I was trying to think of the name of St. Paul's Lutheran Cemetery. So Ocean Grove / St. Paul's. There we go. This one has some writing on the back. Warm summer sun, shine kindly here. Warm southern wind, blow softly here. Green sod above, lie light, lie light. Good night, dear heart. Good night, good night. Well, that one gave me, that one gave me the chills. I've never seen that on a stone before. They reuse a lot of sayings and phrases and Bible verses, but I've never seen that. I will have to look that up and see if that's a known poem or something that was composed specifically for that grave. Got a couple little ones here. They put them so close. I'm just like, excuse me, excuse me. Sarah Jane, 1906. She hath wrought nobly in the battle of life, faithful to her home, her church, and her God. I wonder what occurred in her life to prompt that she has wrought nobly in the battle of life. I wonder if she was ill for a long time. So many stories that you just kind of have to wonder about and try to figure out by the date that's on it and what was going on at that time. This is the one that had the neat poem on the back. Elizabeth, wife of Dr. James Frampton, 1906. Oh, there's James. 1950. Wow. He outlived her for a very long time. She died considerably young. 1906. There's their children. Yes. These are the children of those two. Born and died December 25th, 1904. And this one must have been stillborn as well. March 10, 1915. Well, this can't be her child because she died in 1906 and that one died in 1915. Perhaps he remarried. Or it's a different family member's child. 1904, and she passed away in 1906. There may be a connection there. Childbirth was incredibly dangerous. Up until, I mean, it's still very dangerous, but it could be a death sentence for most of history. This is a very nice little plot. Patchins, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so I'm not gonna try to do it again. Well, that's a rough first name for the time. (1878, 1907). Quite young. One way back there. This one's very overgrown. You can see what it says on it. I think it says Mother Elizabeth. (1845, 1890 something). I know we've got a child grave over here because having the little lamb statue on it or carved into it is a very common theme for a child's grave. Oh. Alright, we've got one kind of sinking into the ground. Aged, what does it say? 52 years. U.S. something, probably military. It's facing that way, and most of them are facing this way. It's always interesting how they arrange the plots in cemeteries where it's a mix of years from the 1800s. on up to the 2000s. Just kind of get them in where they can fit them in. This one looks like it had a picture, or probably not a picture, maybe 1931. Some sort of emblem on it that fell off over time or was stolen. Ooh, don't steal things from people's graves. That's not cool. Eliza Dupree, it's a nice monument, 1900. This one has a metal marker. What's it say? 1957? Either they never did get a stone or the stone is damaged. Things happen, people move away, or other family members don't have the means to have a stone made. And distant family members might not know that they have a family member without a stone. This one's very shiny. This looks newer. What's it say on the back? Oh, it has its little advertisement there. Is that tacky? I'm not sure. I don't know how many people go through a cemetery and think, oh, that's lovely. I wonder who made that. I want one like that. Probably me. People like me. This is neat. Can't quite read the date on it, but I haven't seen that before. Ornate like that. Kind of looks like a church window if you put some stained glass in there. Alright, and this one broke. Ooh, I can't even read that. I need to bring someone along with me who has better eyes. This is here's an interesting carving of, I would assume, Jesus. I hope the person who carved it doesn't watch this because it really reminds me of a Simpsons character. I don't mean that in a mean way, it just looks like a Simpsons character. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I won't believe you, but you know, you can say it. These ones are very leaned over, and I don't know if there was like an upheaval of the land. Earthquake, we do have the occasional earthquake on the East Coast. That kind of move these around. It kind of looks like when you buy those cheap styrofoam tombstones for Halloween decorations and they get slightly bumped or the wind blows too hard and then they're crooked. Okay, I want to see, here's another one that has an advertisement. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like if you're in the market for a tombstone, you know how to find one or somebody who makes them. May the resurrection find thee on the bosom of thy God. All right. Another thing that could make those stones tipped a little bit could be the roots of the trees growing down under. These are some very big, very old trees. 100 or so year old trees. So definitely they have deep root systems all throughout here, right under the soil. We got some, looks like somebody was doing some kind of cleanup work out here. Oh, this is neat with the rocks. This one has the person's picture. And this person died recently, so I'm not going to get their picture in this video. young too. As a young man, I think a lot of guys are young men because of my age. I'm getting to that age where people in their 20s are kids, but this person was definitely younger than me by more than 10 years, and they're gone. Whew. Why do I do this to myself? Alright, we got some. Stuff on the outskirts. This looks like it maybe was part of a stone. Not this stone, but this one has a seashell set on it. You know what's interesting about these ones, especially this, where it has the raised surface, is that they look like vaults. And what a vault is, oh hey, I think I found where that one piece goes to. It apparently goes to one that looks like this. Anyway, a vault is what they put the coffin in before it goes into the ground. And not only is it a way for funeral homes to make more money, and you know, that's for another video, but it supposedly keeps the ground from sinking in around the coffin or casket. All right, let's see what this says. And protects it, although I'm not sure why you need to protect it very much. Everything, the same thing happens to any living being that is buried. Well, hopefully they're not buried while living. You know what I mean. I'm not good at words. Here lie 31 individuals relocated from outside the cemetery gates, necessitated by the Mount Pleasant Waterworks Forest Main project. Identities of those who rest here are unknown, dedicated by Mount Pleasant Waterworks. So they were buried outside the city gates, or the cemetery gates, but there must not have been markers because it says their identities are unknown. There's a little puppy dog over there. So, were they bodies that were found when they were doing work? Or did they just plow through someone's family cemetery without trying to look for markers before they started digging? I don't know. But I would like to know more about that story. The fact that it's hard to find information about stuff like that drives me crazy. I want to know the story. I'm gonna get bit by an ant. I keep walking through dirt piles that are probably fire ant hills. One looks like something was supposed to be written in the heart. There's nothing there. Okay. Oh, look what I almost just walked over. Can't even read it anymore. walk around. There's a couple more. Benjamin Jones, age 20 years. One more that fell down. That one really looks like a bolt. Not to point my camera at anybody's windows because there's house. Oh, is that a turkey? I'm not. Is that like a turkey or buzzard, or is that real? I don't know if that's a real bird or not. I'm not a nature person. I don't think it's real. I don't think it would be that still. Or, no, that's not real. That'd be kind of cool if it was. What are you doing there, bird? Fake bird? Yeah, I don't think real birds have holes drilled into them. I hope not, anyway. It's got some color on that stone. This one fell down. Hester. Oh, here's another very old one. I lost the top. Looks like the top of it is over here, kind of buried in the dirt. This one's just leaned up against a tree. Looks like a footstone, but it does have the initials on it. Oh, here's something that was obliterated by this tree. Somebody should dig that up a little bit. Not me, I'm not getting arrested in the cemetery. Although I don't think anyone would be surprised. Like, oh, what gated cemetery did she break into? This one is not even that old, and it fell over probably because of the tree roots. It's pretty quiet here because it's not. The last two I visited were like right in between main roads, and it was very noisy to try to record, but it's pretty quiet over there. Somebody's doing some construction nearby. I hear like a power saw or whatever. Sander, I don't know construction terms, but there's construction noise. Other than that, it's a pretty quiet little out of the way area. Okay, I see one over here I want to check out. It's very blackened with time. There's really no clear path. I can just walk on the edge of this one. Okay. Harriet, wife of Riley Mitchum, 1942 to 1980 maybe? Short life. There's no traffic cop putting a ticket on my car, so I guess I'm not parked too badly. Oh, we looked at that one already. I think we're on our way out of here. in memory of. That one needs some new flowers planted in it. Alphonse Victor Goblet, 1919. Wow. Didn't even make it a month on this earth. These are very overgrown. Looks like someone was working and gave up. Like too many vines. U.S. Army, World War I. Another World War I. See this one. I'm not sure what those abbreviations mean. I know there was not a spam war. I don't think. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point during the day, like, duh, that's what that meant. I'm not here to be smart. I'm just here to show you old graves. Thank God I'm not here to be smart. Okay. Some little squirrely squirrels. They are real. I know that. They're not like the fake bird. I see them moving around, so they are definitely real. Now you can hear the construction stuff going on. Oh, the little squirrel, don't run away. He's real, I swear. He was moving a minute ago. Alright, so that is the Ocean Grove / St. Luke Cemetery in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. And that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching, and y'all be good.